always invest in your strength. A study was conducted with a group of the most healthy, wealthy, wisest people globally. They were asked a simple question. If you could invest in what you're good at, average at, or bad at, where would you invest your money? Would you divide the investment equally, like 33% per bucket, for example? Or would you invest ratios like 60%, 20%, 20%? What would you do? How would you divide the investment in terms of percentages? The group response was surprisingly uniform. All of them stated that they would invest 100% on their strength. Investing everything you have on your strength area was a no-brainer for them. For some of you, it might seem somewhat shocking, but you should know that when it comes to your hard skills, focus on your strengths, and when it comes to your soft skills, focus on weaknesses. Hard skills are skills like selling, speaking, analytical capabilities, prospecting, project management, coding, math, in the sense that they are clearly defined, tangible, and measurable. Soft skills are emotional, like intelligence, listening, compassion, empathy. These are skills that are impactful but hard to measure. For example, you might be a great closer, but no one would want to work with you if you lack listening skills. Most people try to put time, effort, and energy into their weaknesses to build confidence. But that's the wrong way to go about it. It would be best if you focus on strengthening your brilliance rather than marginalizingly improving your weaknesses. Work is all about achieving a sense of meaning and purpose by serving others. Achieving your dream goal is part of your growth process, while achieving financial success convey your business prowess, but true happiness and fulfillment is achieved knowing that you are in control of your own destiny. Success is all about embracing polarities. For example, great success requires strategy to win, but sincerity in serving others. Passion needs compassion as a counterbalance to touch and engage people's hearts and minds. So stay on top of your mindset by controlling your negative dialogue. Pay attention to your thoughts because they affect your mindset alignment, which affects your emotion and physiology, leading to mental, emotional, and physical deterioration. So if you find yourself spending more than 20% of your self-talk on negative stuff, you're out of alignment with your inner dialogue. Don't beat yourself up when things are not going your way. Take control of your inner dialogue by talking positively to yourself. Nothing worth doing comes easy for sure. Expect challenges and failure and be confident that things will work out as expected. We do not tolerate people disrespecting our ability and skills. Ironically, we disrespect ourselves every day by thinking poorly and lowering our potential. So avoid self-destructive thoughts that can ruin your life. Experiencing occasionally negative emotion is natural. When experiencing deception and failure, you should know it shouldn't be a permanent state. Stop yourself when you start developing these unhealthy thoughts. Pivot to positive thinking to improve your mood and advance towards your best mental state. Mindset alignment is all about controlling your thoughts and steering towards positivity and constructive growth when you drift away from positive dialogue. What would you do going forward to steer away from negative inner dialogue? A life in alignment means what you think, say, and do is aligned with your truer self, where your true self is authentic and not molded to align with a false identity to fit in. For example, in sales, you are in the business of helping people solve problems. Your job is to use your expertise and compassion to solve client problems to their satisfaction. An aligned mindset serves two purposes. First purpose, achieve meaning that reward you both emotionally, that means job well done, and secondly, financially, you get reward for helping the customer. Conversely, meaningless work, even if economically rewarding, deprive you of the joy of purpose, which is necessary for mental stimulation and growth. For example, flipping burgers, doing tedious, redundant, robotic admin work for your company. Some of this job might pay well and might feel satisfying to some people, but others might find them somewhat dissatisfying and purposeless. You see, meaning is the fuel that leads to creativity and innovation. High performers are people that live a life of purpose serving their calling. High performers across industries operate with a clear mental clarity. And mental clarity is the intersection between how you feel intellectually about your work and how you feel emotionally about the value of your work. For example, a study was conducted with two groups of people performing the same cleaning job in a large hospital. Both groups performed the duties according to the job description described in their work manual. The first group defined their work as hard, underpaid, unfulfilling, and inconsequential. The second group of people described their job as enjoyable, meaningful, satisfying, and worthwhile because they saw themselves not as cleaners, but healers and contributors to the patient overall health. The only difference between the two groups was the value perceived from their work contributions. The first group viewed their work as a minimum paying job to clean floors and bathrooms. The second group saw themselves as hygienists and healers that assist their patient to heal faster in a cleaner environment. So as you see, mindset alignment is all about allowing your mindset to assign the right meaning to the task and experiences you do or face. You have the power to transform what you do into something of value, joy, and satisfaction beyond any job description meaning. For example, in sales, you can see your customer as an opportunity to generate a commission check or a chance to build a long-term relationship with this client that can lead to future referral, networking, and business growth. You can operate with a narrow mindset that limits your choices or attach a greater meaning to your work and your client interaction to build a greater future full of unlimited possibilities. Your work meaning is derived from the emotion that you attach to it. If you see it as a transformative force that improves people's lives, it becomes your calling. If you see it as a sequence of meaningless tasks, you will get discouraged quickly. For example, if your child got 3 A's and 1 D, your monkey mind will focus on why your child got a D and ignore the 3 other A's that your child got. So rather than praising your child for his 3 A's and the effort to get there, you start reprimanding your child for the lack of effort that lead to a single D. While the focus in this case should always be in boosting up your strength and paying less attention to the area of your weaknesses. Because if you spend much time trying to improve your weaknesses at best, you become a mediocre average. You need to understand your area of strength and competence. Then work hard on developing them to the level of brilliance. And the best way to find your strength is to ask your boss, a family member, or a peer the following question. If you can trust me to do one thing for you, what would that one thing be? Or ask yourself, what do I do and feel the most confidence doing? Someone might say your greatest strength is knowing how to overcome customer objections, for example. Or your greatest strengths are knowing how to build a rapport with difficult people. And that's a great start. What would you do going forward to align the meaning of your work to your life purpose? I'll leave you with that question to think about.